All right, good morning, everybody. It's 8:30. It is the 5th of September. It is morning, and I am back behind Clay Road. I'm on Clay Creek and Clay Hill Road, one block to the south of Clay Road. I was here last night, if you remember, or if you've seen my video from last night. I was right here on this road last night. This is the edge of the reservoir here. This road was actually underwater. Where I'm driving right now, I couldn't even see the curb. So just in, about 11 hours, no, about 13 hours, the water's actually receded quite a bit, at least to expose this road. Yeah, but that's really about it. Well, I don't know. I can see the center of the road there. But as you can see down yonder, as far as you can see down yonder, there is nothing but water. Still, they're going back this way is towards the creek, or towards the reservoir. I'm going to try and hook around here. For a while, my footage is going to be have to be shot off of my camera phone. Unfortunately, last night while I was out doing a little looking and filming, I think somebody walked off with my camera, my video camera, out of my truck. I cannot seem to find it. So for the next couple of days anyways, I'm going to be having to put up some rather uncut raw footage, a lot like what you've been seeing off of my feeds like this. I'll try and get a camera soon, and I can make prettier videos then. I came out this way because I volunteered to transport some stuff to a dumpster for one of the businesses over here. I was driving by yesterday and I stopped and asked them if they had, when they had a chance to finally get back here. They told me that it had just been that day. Yesterday was the first day they had gotten back here. I'm now looking west up Clay Road. I'll zoom that as far as it'll let me. Beautiful sunset. Looks like I'm looking over a creek, but that's Clay Road right there. And then I'm going to look down Highway 6 as far as I can get it. That's looking Highway 6 towards I-10. This is looking Clay Road. Heading back, to the Beltway, I guess. So, yeah, still pretty flooded, still underwater. What I'm going to try and do, since I have a couple of minutes, the guy didn't show up this morning, so I've kind of arranged my schedule to have an extra hour this morning that's not going to be used, apparently. So I noticed that this neighborhood back here opened up some. I was doing a shot down this is Cairnway coming up, and I did a shot down this road off to the right where they were boating people back here just Saturday to get in and get some of their possessions. A lot of these people got knocks on the door at 2 o'clock in the morning. Cops showed up with canoes and told them they had about 10 minutes to get out. So that'll give you an idea of what kind of things they were facing. This is the first time I've been back here, so I have no idea what the condition of everything back here is. I don't know how far back I'm going to be able to go, but I'm going to go and see what I can. You can see some of the business here was already starting to clean some of their stuff out. And I can see up ahead, I'm not going to be able to go very far. There's already quite a bit of water. I've noticed cops all over the place over here, so I'm thinking that they're really watching for looters. I just saw a truck come from down this way, so I'm inclined to believe I can get this way if I go nice and gingerly. But yeah, down that road further is definitely a wash. And I've got to trend the middle of the road here because I don't see any kind of, I don't see a curb on this road. So, but you can see these folks are starting to get in and clean out. They've been able to canoe back here and boat back here for the last few days, trying to get some of this stuff cleaned out so the mold doesn't grow too bad before they get a chance to get back in here. Once again, it's just like it was over at Dorchester. Refrigerators, desks, baby cribs, dressers, dishwashers, couches. These are two-story houses, a lot of them, so anything on the bottom floor, gone. Especially considering that it sat in water for a few days. Looks like they're doing a little bit better over here. I don't see anything really torn out. Again, I can't even get back to the roads that are off to the east of me, which is behind camera view right now. Some more houses down that way. Some of these houses here, you can see they're up a pretty good piece off the road. But then you got this. Carpet gone. Bottom floor sink gone. So that means the bathroom got tore up. So, yeah, this neighborhood here is just now starting to get to the point where it's drying out. I went back through Jamestown Colony this morning for, on the way through here, I kind of cut through, and most of that seems to be opened up now. I didn't actually see any roads that were covered over with water. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and come up this way. I'll keep going up this way. So I think that's an outlet. This is not my neighborhood, so I'm not familiar with it. As you can see, this end of the neighborhood's fairly dry. I'm gonna guess to the east, or to the east of me, which is to camera right. I'm gonna guess there's several blocks back that way that are under, and that's all heading towards the reservoir. I don't know if there's a creek back there or not. I think most of this is just simply flooded from the reservoir overflowing. We're bumping right up along the edge of it back over here. For neighborhoods that shouldn't have been built so close to the reservoir, this might just be one of them. This and farther down. I'm not sure how far I can take this down. I'm going to try and see if I can't get it down as far as that road that runs right to the reservoir. One of my earlier videos, I did get back there. Let's see, I guess the day before it pretty much had flooded over. Let's see if I can get back there again. We got a constable and a big old truck. We got schools starting to open up. Schools are going to be opening up today or tomorrow in most cases. Interestingly enough, Kingwood, which has been absolutely ravaged. I watched a lot of the weather coming in training. It was just training right over the top of Kingwood in that area. So, but the high school out there is closed indefinitely. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do out there. That's a scramble. Kingwood's really way out there. The way that it was incorporated still chaffs a lot of people because it really isn't connected to Houston. But anyways, at any rate, let's see what happens if I go up this way. See, this way back over here, part of it's high, part of it's dry, part of it's still flooded under a little bit. We got more stuff out here. But anyways, Kingwood, the problem with it is it's really not connected to Houston except by a freeway. And they were imperiously taking over. So they really don't have a connection. There's really not another high school that's close to there that they can really be trucked to that's practical. I think last I heard they were talking about doing half days at some nearby school or some gymnasium or some other something that's out there. Yeah, there's no way I can't get back there. This road back here still is far. This is the edge of the reservoir. This is going to be full all the way to the edge of all the way to the reservoir, which is beyond Clay Road. So this seems to be, I mean, as far back as I can tell, this seems to be basically the edge of the reservoir cutting right through the neighborhood right here. I'm gonna back it up and see if I can cut back a little farther. But yeah, these guys have lost. Got siding, boards, beds, couches, both sides of the road. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Nice cherry looking furniture. Beautiful dressers. You know, this sad thing is some of these people, you know, they had to have lost family heirlooms. I've seen things sitting out here that look very antique. I mean, I'm no expert on this stuff, but some of this stuff that I've seen in the last few neighborhoods I've been through has just been, yeah, beautiful furniture but it sat in a few inches of water for a few days. It can't be disinfected. See, I see a car is leaving. He's backing up. That tells me everything I need to know, that I've probably bumped into the edge of the reservoir down this way, and probably not going to be able to go up that side road. Same down here. You got people working, pulling stuff out. This look right here of this woman is one that I've seen. I mean, it's just people that stand there, they just don't know what to make of it. I've seen so many people that are they just stand there looking, they don't say a word. It's almost like you're watching a funeral procession go on. I can't even see I don't know if you can see that because there's so much sun coming in. Let's see if I can get into the shade. You can see that you can't even see the curbs here. So there's no reason for me to try and get down these roads because I can't even see the curbs. It's just too dangerous. This isn't the kind of time I really want to get stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it around. But yeah, you can see I'm backing up into water, and as far back as I can see is water. So we're in the reservoir as it is right now. There's no getting around that. It's cutting through these people's yards, coming across the road up ahead. Yeah, this is, wow, devastating to these families that are back here. Any of these houses over here that don't have flood insurance, I don't know how they would be allowed to live here without it, to be honest. But what I'm seeing right now is just the same thing I saw over at the Dorchester neighborhood. It's just layer after layer, house after house, completely loaded down in the front yard with all of their possessions. Little rain moose. Say these people here probably had to evacuate as well. Just judging from the amount of water, I can see some of the water lines. It's hard to. I wonder if he stayed up high and dry, or maybe he's just trying to get himself that way. I'm trying to find a good water line I can show. I'm not really seeing a good definition of one. Some of these houses, see this house here stayed up pretty high. Looks like it stayed pretty dry. But you get down here to this corner house, and they didn't fare so well. Some of this is very random. It's very, very strange the way it's so random. But you can see the water was all up in there. I don't know if you could tell or not. You can kind of see water line, receding lines, how far that water had gotten up. I'm try cutting up one more block. See, my family uses some of the businesses out here. There's dentists and doctors and radiologists, and there's a bank out here, restaurants. So I'm trying to get the electricity and the phone's working. Back there looks pretty clear. I'm going to try and head back this way and see what I can find. I'm going to try and trend along the outside edges of it as best I can. Give y'all an idea of where the edges of this thing are as it recedes. Once again, I don't know if you can see, but it's just, wow, devastation both sides of the road. This is every bit like Norchester. Every bit. Let's see. Nice dressers. Nice furniture. Sheetrock. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I can't even begin to describe to you what it smells like out here. Oh my, I hope they can save that. That's beautiful. Really hope they can save some of this stuff. Oh, yep, and here I go. I'm bumping up. And you got refrigerators, sheetrock, and an area that I'm not going to go any farther up. So, and this is the other road I was just looking down. So yeah, I seem to have hit the eastern edge of it, at least where it cuts through this neighborhood. Well, I guess the western edge of it. It's a perspective thing. But yeah, this is just devastating to these families. You know it has to be. If you got kids, you can understand what kind of things. These are family houses. These are multiple bedroom houses. These are old neighborhoods. These neighborhoods back here are probably 35, 40 years old. I'm kind of hopeful for these folk because I'm pretty sure that most of these probably did have flood insurance. Just because of the neighborhood. I mean, they're bumped up right up on the reservoir. So I can't imagine a real estate company doing a deal where you didn't end up having some kind of, or a mortgage company, rather, doing any kind of a deal where you didn't have insurance out here for flood insurance. These aren't even 500-year plains out here. These have to be like, yeah, you can expect to get flooded about once every 5 years. Really houses that shouldn't have been built. A school back up in here. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing out here. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do video wise. All of my feeds are going to have to be done off of my phone and quick pop-ups like this. Pretty soon, I have to thank everybody for subscribing. I've gotten up to 75 subscribers. My understanding is if I get another 25, I'll be able to do live feeds onto YouTube. And in the back of my mind, we have Irma coming this way. I don't know if anybody's seen it. That puppy just went up to a Category 5. We are praying that it is not heading this way, but the models still are so far out that it's hard to say. A couple of them do seem to have it trending to go into the Gulf. Doesn't really make me afraid. I've lived in Southeast Texas the better part of my life, and we live in sort of a bubble over here. They don't hit us very often at all. It's actually kind of rare. We've had 3 in the last 10 years, maybe 15 years. going back to Rita, and then you had Ike, and we just had old Harvey. But it's really not a common thing. I lived here for 15 years and didn't see a single hurricane. So it's really hard to say whether or not it's coming. But if it is coming, and I do manage to get enough subscriptions, I'm going to tell you right now, we've already made plans. My family is evacuating. We're not going to try and chance it this time. I don't think that we can do it. So I've already got plans to send my family well up north. I'm going to stay. I'm going to serve and be an assistant as much as I can. And I'm going to document everything that I can while I'm here. So that's kind of my plan if Irma does come. But of course we're praying that it doesn't. But that's the scene here right now. Time now is 8:50. Currently at Keith Harrow and Highway 6, where the roads have opened up pretty good, but you still can't get to I-10. So that's the case from here. I'll try and get back later on. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day.